Hello children, I hope everybody is at home and safe. So let's start today's session. Children, we have studied a lot of rules regarding the change of active voice into passive voice in the earlier classes. In today's class, we will be doing passive voice where by is not used. Where by, or you could say where we drop by, where it is not necessary, we add by the subject or by the object, you may say. The preposition by cannot be used with the verbs in passive voice in the following sentences. But instead of by, we use some other preposition, which will be more clear when we study these examples. Let's take example 1. She knows you well. You are well known to her. It is not by her. Or it could be written as this also. You are known well to her. Again, not by her. If you add by, it will be considered as wrong, because with certain verbs, by is not used. And how can we make out which verbs are those? We will learn those things with practice, with more of the practice. Mainly, known के साथ we use to, and like verbs like contain or interest, we use in. Like surprise, alarm, annoy, shock at, disgust, please, displease, satisfy, dissatisfy, charge, line, etc. Words like offend, offend with, offend at. If we are offended by a thing, then offend at a thing. And if you are offended with the person, then offend with. Let's see some more examples. My success surprised him. He was surprised at my success. It is never he was surprised by my success. I cannot please her. She cannot be pleased with me. Not by me again. Nobody acts upon my advice. My advice is not acted upon. Children, I repeat again that by is not used with certain verbs, but instead of by, we use some other preposition, like in this example. Mostly to, with, at, in, etc. These prepositions are mostly used, and with words like surprise, alarm, annoy, shock, disgust, please, displease, satisfy, dissatisfy, offend, etc. With such words, we don't use by. Let's come to the next point, that is passive of quasi-passive verbs or transitive verbs, passive instance. Now, what are quasi-passive verbs? The point is that, students, quasi-passive verbs are basically those verbs which are half in passive form, or you could say where their meaning is in passive form but they retain their active form. Means when those words are spoken or written, they actually mean in passive, but their form is supposed to be in active. They are changed into passive by a change in their adjective complements. Now, what is adjective complement? As we all know what adjectives are, which we have studied earlier, what adjective complement is? Now, adjective complement is that word which actually complements the verb. This will be more clear with the help of this example. Let's see this example. Sugar tastes sweet. Here, sweet is the adjective complement, which complements the verb tastes and complements the noun sugar. This, if change into passive voice. It could be written as sugar is sweet when tasted. So such words are verbs like taste. These are passive in meaning, but they retain their active form when written. So some verbs have a passive meaning, though they retain the active form, are supposed to be quasi-passive verbs. Let's see some more examples. Some more examples for quasi-passive verbs are: medicine tastes bitter. Medicine is bitter when tasted. The grass requires cutting. The grass requires to be cut. Your shoes need mending. Your shoes need to be mended. Children, here I would also like to remind the rules which we had studied earlier. I would like to revive those rules back. Firstly, that the tense, which is the main one, the tense in the active passive voice does not changes. If the active sentence is in present, passive will also be in present form. If it is in past, then the passive will also be in past form. Secondly, subject of active voice becomes the object of passive voice. Object of the active voice becomes the subject of the passive voice. And the pronouns change. Fourth, form of be is added in passive voice, like is, am, are, was, were, being, and being. Past participle form of the verb is used after the form of be, B-E-B. And vague subjects, I repeat again, vague subjects like someone, somebody, everybody, everyone, people, each, these are dropped in afterwards. Children, I hope you remember all these rules which we have studied in the first session. And lastly, please, this exercise which is based on the above two topics which I had explained today, please note down this exercise in your notebooks and complete it. Children, we will be studying the last part of the active passive voice in the next session. So thank you.